All right, so this is part two and the conclusion of the Chelsea Bruck case. So where we last left off, they found Chelsea's body. I don't want to give too many details on. Hold on one second. I don't want to give too many details on the wounds they found on her corpse and the cause of death. I will say there was blunt force trauma to the head and the eyes, and that's as far as I'm going with it. You want to do any more research on how she died, any of the other details, go right the fuck ahead. I'm not giving it because it's just brutal as fuck. So anyway, 3 months go by. It's June 2016 since they found her body. It's June 2016 now, and they're still at a fucking nowhere with this. You know, they're trying to figure it out. Well, they released a sketch of a man from a tip they got earlier in the year. I don't know why it took them so long to release it. I don't even know if it was already released or not. All I know is June 2016 is when this sketch was released of a man with a mustache. And there was already a ton of footage of this man at the party. He wore like a vest, and that's all there really was, a description of him. Well, a tip came in June after the sketch was released, and someone said that this man that night of the party came to his house asking to stay there because he was drunk, his car broke down, he had nowhere to go, but the guy was like, fuck you, get the fuck off my property. But the dude stayed at the house anyway on the porch, and he left behind that vest, and in the vest there was a knife and some rope. Super shady. Well, the guy that I'm talking about, his name isn't available for some reason. Maybe he wanted to remain anonymous. So his name, yeah, we don't have his name. But the guy, he saw his sketch, or a sketch that looked like him from this case on TV. He's like, fuck, that looks like me. I need to go let them know what the fuck's up. So that guy goes in the police station. He's like, hey, I was very drunk that night at the party. I'd never talked to Chelsea, as far as I know, but that's all I really have to go on. He offered to give a polygraph and his DNA. That very fucking day, the detectives get a call. There's a match on the DNA from someone. And it's not Big Mike. It is not John who found Chelsea. It is not Harlan. It is not that boyfriend of the girl who tried to whatever. It's not this Eric Assad guy. And it's not the mustache guy. The person is Daniel Clay. He's just a random guy. A little bit about Daniel. He is a jobless loser who was in and out of jail. Had like 4 baby mamas. Just a fucking total piece of human garbage, in my opinion. And I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say about that, because I'm going to get into it right now. His DNA was matched on Chelsea's corpse, and the reason they got a match is because he was brought in that fucking day. The same day they got a call was the same day he was also brought in from a fucking assault charge or something like that. So it fucking matched, and it was also the same day that the mustache guy came in to the police station to, you know, give his statement and shit. So it all happened in one fucking day, and that's so crazy to me. And it was in June 2016. So they really needed a warrant, I guess, for Daniel. I don't know why or how. I don't know what the whole problem was with that. They already had him, but they got his ass in the police station, and they're like, all right, they obviously knew this guy knew Chelsea, had sex with Chelsea, or he did it, or all three, which they were pretty fucking sure he did all three. So this guy was like, yeah, I was at the party. I had sex with Chelsea. This dumb motherfucker thinks that because they found DNA on her, it was his semen. It was his goddamn skin cells that they found on her body, not his DNA, not his actual splooge or whatever. So the cops knew this, but they were trying to use this as like a hook, line, and sinker. I got you, motherfucker. Sorry, my hair is a mess right now. I'm a total mess. So anyway, they get his DNA. They had his DNA. They give him. They didn't even bother with a polygraph. Actually, they fucking just questioned him. So what they didn't give Daniel was details on how Chelsea died, or that they, the cause of death. He didn't know about it. So they're like, let's catch this little fucking prick. They tell Daniel that Chelsea had brittle bone disease. That is not a real fucking disease, by the way. It's called osteoporosis. Look it up. Maybe people use that who can't pronounce osteoporosis, they use that term, brittle bone disease. I don't fucking know. I've never heard of it. I know that's not the correct terminology for it. But anyway, Chelsea had that. So sure, her bones were easily broken by who killed her. So he was like, he goes from, yeah, I fucked Chelsea that night to, oh yeah, I saw her walking on the side of the street and I picked her up again. She wanted it rough this time. He's still to the very fucking bitter end trying to defend himself and justify killing Chelsea, raping her, tearing her shit up, and then taking her body 7 miles away to bury it in some fucking industrial size fucking land fucking whatever, and putting branches and trees over her body. Disgusting. But they caught him after he fucking was like, oh yeah, it must have been that brittle bone disease. You stupid as fuck motherfucker, you deserve to go down for this shit. They caught his ass. There was a whole court case, there was a trial and everything. And the fact that her family was even there during this and they had to hear about not only what happened to her daughter, but the guy who killed her, raped her, and fucking threw her body away like it was trash, talking about, oh, yeah, well, you know, I didn't mean to. We had rough sex. I tried to fucking give her CPR and stuff, and I just didn't know what to do. I freaked out and panicked. No, fuck you. You got caught. Your DNA matched. You basically admitted to fucking her. Until the very end, he did not admit to killing her. Now, I didn't look it up because I was so fucking angry about it. I do believe he's confessed now, or he's either, okay, the one of two things is going on with him now from what I heard. He's either confessed to the crime, or he tried to reappeal his case. I don't know, but either way, he got 2 life consecutive sentences for what he did. He was found not guilty on first-degree murder, which is unfortunate, but he was found on the charge of murder with conspiracy to kill or something. I don't know. I probably should have looked it up and put it in my notes. I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to get to the very end of the case because I knew it was going to be a little longer of a video, and there's still so many details about this thing that if you're, you know, even though if you already know what happened from my video now, sorry, I can't even fucking talk because I'm so fucking worked up. They have a Dateline episode about it called The Halloween Party that I watched. It's free. It's on the internet. You can watch it. They have way more fucking details they can give about it. But as far as I'm concerned, I just wanted to get to the end of where they caught this fucker because the whole thing was creepy. It was like a whodunit Clue fucking case. It was like they could not catch who killed this girl. They did. Justice was served, I guess. And yeah, that's that.